I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but God that giveth the increase. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
Alright, folks. Here's what we got. Dried peppers from last year. And we got everything. If you can hear them, extremely dry and ready to go. Now some of them, like this, come from the last harvest. Frost is about to hit. But there are a lot of peppers here. Now these guys right here, the round ones, focus in on them. All oblong ones. There we go. Those are the chili tapines. That's about how big they get. And hot as fire. Now these are supposedly cayennes. Even though they were not that hot this year. These are habaneros. As you can see, we got to go through them. And I'll show you how to do all that. The more habaneros up here. There's some Anaheim peppers somewhere in here, but most of them are the non-hot cayennes, the chili tapines. I mean, look at this. Look at how many rows. Yeah, you can actually see dust. That's dust coming off of them, not mold. I mean, just rows and rows of chili tapines. And I mean, it's ridiculous. In fact, that one come off. And that come off of one season's growth. That's it. One season. And all of them, and that's not even all of them. There's a whole pot full of them there too. And then I gave some away. I mean, these things are extremely prolific. Very good. Oh, there's an Anaheim. Here's some more. Now, if you can hear them, I mean, they are dried to the bone, which is what you want. Now, you can put them in Old Spice containers, grind them up. You can save the tops for them to have the coarse or the medium. You can have the coarse and you can have fine and all that. Or you can just put them in a jar. And we're going to make different variations. We're going to just do cayenne powder, habanero powder, chili tapine powder, coarse, all this. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to do today. And I will say this, if you have sensitive skin, wear gloves. And make sure it's kind of ventilated around here, because some of these peppers, like habaneros, if you're not used to them, and you decide, well, I want to start growing habaneros, it's going to get you. I mean, they're no joke. So, I'm going to get set up here, and be back shortly. Alright, folks. I was de-stemming the chili tapines. As you can see, I done filled the bottom of my coffee grinder up. It's a Cuisinart, or Cuisinart, or however you pronounce that crap. It has a dial on the bottom. It's fine, and there's the dial, and you can, turn it to medium all the way around the real coarse. Now, it takes a little bit to fill this up. I've been doing this for about 5 minutes, and I got it that far. And there's a tube all the way down, and it goes all the way down in there too. So, it's taking a good little bit of time for these things. What I was going to say though, is this right here, you will get a crop like this every 2 weeks. You will get this many peppers every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's quite a few. Now that's off of three plants. So they're very, very prolific. I mean, they produce a ton of peppers. And the birds will eat them. Now, when you're doing this, I'm going to show you. See, they got, some of them have the stems on them. Now you can see where, if I can get it to zoom, focus. Now you can see that one's got an orange color, and when they ripen, they turn bright red, sort of like cherries, like that one right there. And you can see the crown on the top of it. Now you can grind that crown up, that's fine, it ain't gonna bother you. But what you want to do, like this one right here, well, see it's a little black and shriveled up. Just compost that. I mean, who knows, the seeds may take and grow in your compost, and you can transplant it and have another plant. But it's just better to be safe than sorry. I mean, you know, go through here and pick out the ones like that. Look for mold too. Like I said, these are dried peppers. So now there's a lot of different things you can do with dried peppers. You can dry them and store them like this and keep them for a good little while, and then reconstitute them. Soak them in water and they'll soak it back up and stuff like that. Or you can do what I'm going to do with them and grind them up. Make pepper and red pepper and stuff like that. But I did want to throw that tidbit in there. Like you can see your stem right there when you pick it. Now generally when they're ripe, they will come right off, crown and all. See, that's what a dried ripe one will look like. And just to show you, there's one, and it's full of seeds. You got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seeds, and then there's some more up under there. And there, I mean, they're full of seeds. That's what makes them hot. But they're awesome. I love them. They got a good flavor. But yeah, just make sure, like, here's a few of them that they didn't dry right, you know. Now they may be good, I don't know, but I'm not gonna grind them up to find out and put them in there and ruin my whole batch of, you know, powdered red pepper. And I was gonna give you if you watch my other video, they're about as hot as cayennes, and when you dry them, they do get hotter. So it's they'll light you up if you're not careful. And my wife, who likes hot pepper, and she can stand a good deal of heat. Not a great deal of heat, but a good deal of heat. She can eat jalapenos, and she can eat cayennes when they're mixed with food. But she cooks chicken and dumplings, and she likes to spice them up. And she'll put that many in there, and you know, when they're fresh, and break them up, and it's you can tell it. I can eat it no problem, but other people are like, wow, that's hot. So they but I mean, they're pretty warm, but they're not raging hot like the habaneros and ghost peppers and all that stuff. So, and the thing about it is, they grow wild and they grow great in poor soil. I have 3 of them, and I have sandy, poor soil, and they thrived in it. And I hardly ever watered them. You water them every once in a while, and they're huge. Now, this spring, after the last frost, I'm gonna do a video of how to prune them, because if it's not too terribly cold and you mulch them and protect them from a real deep cold, they'll come back the next year. Now I'm going to show you the easiest way once they're dry to destem them is to grab the stem at the base where the crown is and just kind of try to break it right there, and then generally come off. I mean, now you can destem them when you pick them and then string them up, but you know, to each his own. But I'm going to get back to this, and we'll see you in just a few. And we're back again. You can see, excuse me, I've got them all destemmed. It took quite some time. Actually, it took about an hour and a half to do this. So, and this is, like I said, about a 2-week crop, and my plants are, you know, the first year from seed to in season. Every 2 weeks you'll get a crop like this, which is pretty good. Now next year they should get bigger than what they are this year because the root system's established and all that. So I want real fine. So what we're gonna do, put your top on. And this particular one I got as a Christmas present, but for certain health reasons I don't drink coffee anymore. So that's why it's being used. So make sure that if you have one of these laying around, don't make coffee in it afterwards. You won't be able to drink it. Unless that's the kind of crap you like. But I'll show you. I put it all the way to fine. Like I said, it changes and go all the way to fine. And it's got this little container that it goes in with a little glass top, and it's got a little spout right in there, and it locks into place and just pulls straight up. The only complaint that I do have about it is the cord's really short, but other than that, it works great. So I'm going to put on 4 cups because I don't know how long it takes, and then hit start. Now you might want to go ahead and cut the volume down because this thing is extremely loud.
Wow.
That's awesome. It's like homemade pepper spray. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this up to about 10. And as you can see how this is the finished product. It's filling up pretty fast. It's grounding them pretty dang good. And that's a good bit of pepper too. It's leaking. I don't know why. I guess because it's old, but it's leaking out the side here. That's why we're coughing and everything. So I'm gonna kick it down to about 8 and hit it again. Oh man. I don't know if it'll damage it or not. It's just better to cut it off. Yeah, so apparently my seal didn't seal good on that one. Whew. That's awesome though. But as you can see, there's some really nice powder right there. Some of the grains,
really good.
some of the grains are real kind of a little coarse, and some of them are real fine. So I think the coarse ones are the seed, and the hulls are that fine. I mean, you let them dry out that long, and they turn to powder. What you want? So what we're gonna do is take our. Sorry for the camera work, folks. It's, my assistant's about to die. And this scoop comes with it. Let me show you. It comes with the coffee grinders, Cuisinart, or however you pronounce that crap. It's got a little brush on the end down here, so you can kind of clean it. And then it's got a scooper. This is going to be difficult. Just hold it over the thing. So if you like eating them fresh, which I do, they're pretty good. You really only, your last crop of the season, you can save and dry out. And you'll get, as you can see, quite a bit of ground pepper just out of those peppers right there. And like I said, they take no effort to grow at all. I mean, you just basically put them in the ground and then just leave them alone. You might want to try this outside if your pepper thing grinder leaks. But that's a full, I don't know how many ounces that is. 2.5 ounces. 2.5 ounces just of dried, and it's, like I said, it's hot. And we still ain't done. We still got some more in here. Oh man, that's terrible. Good for you though.
It's good for your sinuses.
You just went out outside. What do you want? Sorry, folks. But there you have it. There's still more in there. But we're going to go ahead and end the video. There's really nothing else to show you. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. And as always, see you on the next one.